Hey guys, Jody Holland here, and we are on day 3 of the book A Life of Miracles that I wrote back a few years ago. I think you're really going to like this one, particularly when you think about the fact that we are on election day. The title of day 3 is I Just Don't Get It. Even though it's my natural state to assign meaning to everything that I see, hear, or even experience, I don't understand how those things actually work. What if my definition of meaning is different than what the creator of the object meant for it to be? What if something is actually different than how I define it? I think this happens on a very regular basis. I think people do things or say things or even create things that other people assign the wrong meaning to. One of the exercises that I do with team building is to have a group of people draw a picture with lots of details, but no labels or words for anything in the picture. I then rotate the pictures from one group to the next until every group has a new picture. I then have the new group, without talking to the group that was the artist group, label and give meaning to everything in the picture. I then take up the pictures and rotate them again. The final group is to present the drawing that they didn't create with the labels that they didn't assign as the perfect picture that the group should choose. When I was a kid, I remember assigning meaning to events that happened in my life. I didn't realize that I was doing that at the time, but it's actually what all of us are doing. Later in life, after having children of my own, some of the quote unquote negative events from my childhood had to be re examined. The time that I was not allowed to leave the house to play with a friend because my parents simply wanted me around went from being defined as a negative experience to being seen as loving, with them desiring my presence. Try to go throughout today and not give meaning to the things that are around you. Try to experience and understand that, like me, you really don't get it. I don't get the physics of how certain atoms stick together to form a table. I don't get the mystery of how my body converts oxygen and food and water into the nutrients that I need to survive. I don't get how the earth keeps spinning and orbiting the sun, and how the moon orbits the earth, and how everything is measured in perfect balance. But I don't have to understand it all. I simply have to understand that there is incredible wonder in existence, and it goes beyond the self. I find joy in the wonder. I find peace in not having to know it all. All things are one thing. We are all connected. Live a life of joy. Today's challenge is not to define experiences or as good or bad, but I would also challenge you in your journaling, take some time to write out ways that you can remove labels from experiences, particularly ones that are negative to you and that limit your ability to have joy in your life. That's the challenge for today. If you don't have a copy of my book, A Life of Miracles, I encourage you to go pick that up on Amazon. I'll make sure and post the link to that in the comments below. I'm Jody Holland. I'll see you tomorrow for day 4 of A Life of Miracles.